Cherokee and everyone who's in earshot of my voice. My name is Al Stefano. You're listening to BoqueteNOW Talk Radio on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. We're sponsored by Big Daddy's Grill and the ACCB, and coincidentally not, today is ACCB Day. Every last Friday of the month we get together with someone from the ACCB, and today in the studio we have Jerry Eckert
And Al Stefano.
and Susie Breimer.
Good morning.
And there's a lot to cover today. I mean, the ACC pretty much does everything here, right? So, you know, we've got several events coming up and just things to talk about. And I know that one of the things we're going to start off with today is the upcoming fashion show, something that we have been talking about with ACCB over the last couple of months. Started off by our dearly departed friend Mark Rosen. He was the one who kicked this thing off. This is his vision. So welcome, Jerry and Susie. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Not a problem. So, Jerry.
Well, Mark, as long as we brought that
Yes.
up, to honor him, he
Yes.
really did have a vision of when he heard that there were all these clothes and fashion clothes from Panama City being donated to the rabbi and his wife to, to do whatever they could do.
Yeah.
To bring and some of them are coats and sweaters, so they're really warm clothing that's needed here.
Sure.
So
People don't realize how cold it gets up in the mountains here. It gets down into the 40s sometimes.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah.
So Mark, being a member of ACCB, thought that would be a great event to have a fashion show. And he had a different vision with a little spin on it with men in underwear and
Well, yeah, you know, Mark.
and women bidding on them for lunch or whatever. So anyway, it was pretty funny. But he was really the spark that ignited, the whole idea. And Susie was excited, and we were all excited because she's more professional than any of us. And so it's just been, a joy for me to be working with Susie and, have the ideas, and we seem to be connected.
Great minds
somehow.
think alike.
That's right, there you go.
It's been really a pleasure and easy to work together.
Yes.
So, where are we now in the progression of this fashion show? What do we have coming up? And
Okay, well, the actual event is on November 7th. The doors will open at Mesa Azul at 11 a.m.
Oh, Mesa Azul.
And
I'm hungry now, thank you.
And the fashion show starts at 11:30. So far, we have 13 or 15 models already.
And people
we've
still
got,
asking.
Yeah, people still asking.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but it seems as if when I mention it to people, there's never been a fashion show in Boquete. So this is like, women are really excited about this, and even some men.
Yeah, and we've got a professional makeup and hair artist coming to take care of the models, and Patrick Reynolds is going to be doing the photography. Mike Schwartz is going to be our MC.
Of course he is.
And
Who else are you going to get?
Exactly, exactly. And Mike Weber has provided us with the music for the runway, for the catwalk.
Again, who else?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
exactly.
you love when a plan comes together, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, we've just reached out, and everybody has really come together, and
The hotel room.
and the hotel room, Anayansi has given us a room there, and well,
She's awesome, isn't she?
yeah,
She
she's
really
great.
is.
She's great, and the whole balcony area, and so yeah,
And the clothes are beautiful.
the clothes are great. I mean, if I was still going back to New York City every year like I used to, I'd be buying those clothes.
Yeah, man.
They're hot
A
and
lot less
sophisticated.
for a lot less than what you pay on Fifth Avenue, right?
No, most of our clothes are 50 to 80% off the retail value.
And that's Zara.
And Zara, yeah.
Oh, Zara.
Zara, yeah. And I mean, they're brand new clothes, and
Tags are still on.
yep, yep.
So who's doing the hair and makeup?
That's John.
John Hoover.
Yes.
He's my guy.
Oh, okay.
He's the one. I've long since been unable to trim my own beard because my hands shake a little bit because of Parkinson's. So he come over one day and he cut my hair, and such as it is. and he trimmed my beard, and he says, "I do not ever want you to touch your own beard again."
Ah,
And he
yeah.
also is my wife Day's stylist. He's
Okay.
he's amazing.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is
Well, I got
absolutely
introduced
amazing.
to him through my yoga instructor, Joy.
Yeah,
Joy
yeah,
Alexander.
yeah.
She's the one that turned him on to us to be able to help out with the hair and makeup and
he's,
stuff.
He's
so.
great. You guys have snagged a good one there, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we pretty much got it all
We're
covered.
selling tickets at
Yes.
Mailboxes.
How much is the ticket
$22
for a
That
fashion show? That's not bad.
with
That
lunch.
includes
With
lunch.
lunch
That
at
includes
Mesa
lunch.
Azul. Well,
Yeah.
right there, that's your.
Yeah, yeah.
And we-
Chicken, pork, and vegetarian.
Oh man.
So yeah.
See, I shouldn't
And we're
skip
having a
breakfast
fun
this
wrap.
morning. I know, I'm like, whoa.
We're having a fun raffle.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, we're gonna
Okay.
we've got some donors from the Tuesday market, from the BCP market and the Feria market. And so we're gonna have, instead of having what usually ACCB does with bingo and trivia, is they have a 50-50 raffle.
Right.
And for this particular event, we're going to have about 10 vendors, and you will buy raffle tickets, and you can put your raffle ticket in whatever jar that you're interested in, whether it's food from Colleen Hunt, food from, different restaurants and different, venues and stuff like that. So you'll be able to, instead of doing 150-50, you'll be able to put all your tickets in 10.
And you can
10
buy as
different
many as you
things.
want.
Wow.
Exactly,
Wow.
exactly.
Yeah,
Wow,
so that
that's
should
cool.
be fun.
And
Yeah.
and the raffle, is that for just that's not just for the clothing, that's for other things that
Yes, it's for
people-
other things, other venues.
Just so you know, the money goes to, for ACCB's point of view, from all charities
Yeah.
in and around Boquete, to the Panamanian children, the indigenous children,
Comarca.
food. Yeah, so a lot of
Well, I know that the ACCB, in case you've been living under a rock, y'all out there, and that y'all is just a throwback, because I lived in Georgia and North Carolina and Alabama, so I have to throw y'all out there every now and then. The ACCB is a charity for other charities,
Right.
amongst taking care of the first responders. And my wife and I and some very good friends of ours, we adopted a school a couple of years ago, and the ACCB has been very generous in donating and helping us take care of that school, La Estrella.
is that Mike
up
Hill's
there.
group too?
Yeah,
'Cause he
well,
has a group.
that's
that's
our
the same
group. That's the
okay.
same group, yeah. So you guys have been wonderful for them, and that's an example of one of these types of communities that really, really, really need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
they're-
bricks go also to various
Yeah, and
visiting places, and we help
so.
with them with their charity as well.
Yeah, and I got to ask you a couple of questions after we're done here today about our group getting involved, doing something with your group, involving the
that'd be
Santa
great.
suit and the a few other things. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, it's always good to see this community step up, and this community really steps up.
Absolutely.
And when you look at the need. There's a lot of need here, especially the further up you go into the hills and then getting close to the Comarca. Every time there's a need here, you guys do a thing, and then the community steps up and contributes to the thing, and then everything gets done, and there's smiles everywhere, and it's a good feeling to be part of this.
Yeah.
This is such a loving place. It
Yeah.
just shows
I
up
mean-
in wherever it can.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know,
and
it's-
personally,
yeah.
I've experienced that more so. I've lived here for 15 years,
Yeah.
but in the last couple of days, with my husband not being well,
Yeah.
I've really appreciated the community's.
Generosity. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah, man.
They just show up.
They did that for me. A year and a half ago, I had gotten cancer, and I fell short of what I needed to get my treatment done. And some friends just posted something, and within like 4 days, everything was covered, including my rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And it's just. we've all lived in so many places, you know, over the decades. This community shines in that area.
Absolutely,
It's
that's
just,
right.
it's just amazing, and it makes you feel good to be part of this community.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Especially that we all have remote families usually.
Yeah, I know, right?
So
Yeah.
it's nice to have.
All over the place.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna next time I see you guys, I'm gonna hand you over. I make some jewelry, so I've got these things that I made that I'm gonna donate towards that raffle.
Oh,
Perfect.
fabulous.
They're
Great.
Wonderful.
sterling silver earring and necklace sets,
Ooh.
Perfect.
and they're
Great.
little paws, little dog paws.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
And I have them in blue and white and black, so I'll throw a couple of sets.
Great,
Oh,
thank
great.
you.
Thank
That'd
you.
be
That will be
wonderful.
part of our raffle.
You can throw that in.
Yeah, yeah.
This is exciting. It's November 7th.
November 7th,
Um,
11 o'clock the doors open. 11:30 is when the show starts, and lunch will be after. And then we are having a trunk, what those of us who have been in the business know, a trunk show from all the clothes will be in the bar area.
oh,
And Yolanda is also going to be donating some jewelry, and so she'll have a little
Yeah.
table there, and I got Jerry, and I got Harvey, and I got, you know, Patrick and Gabrielle, and everybody's going to be helping out so that we will have a display of the clothes. We've got 25 different outfits,
Nice.
ranging from size extra, extra small to extra,
extra,
extra
large.
large. And so they will be up stored in the hotel room provided by Anna Yancy at Oasis. And so if somebody comes and they see a jacket or a coat or whatever that they really like and say it's an extra small, I can send somebody up to try to get, you know, their size, and they can go up and try it on. And
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
And those
cool.
of you visiting cold climates, there's some gorgeous sweaters and
wow.
jackets
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
you might want to take a look at.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, we started showing the clothes and selling the tickets at the Tuesday market, and proudly to say, we have raised over $500 for ACCB so far,
That
and
is-
profit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Golf clap.
yeah, yay!
Yay, wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we-
it's pretty
we-
good. There's
yeah.
a lot of enthusiasm and excitement.
Yeah,
It's been a fun project to work on.
yeah,
And you know, there is a little bit of nostalgia there. I'm sure, you know, many of us out there are familiar with the concept of the clothes being left at the bar.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool. And as the information develops, I know there's going to be flyers and stuff, so I'll be posting those as well for everybody
Right.
to see.
And it should enable us to buy a lot of rice and beans.
Oh, yeah.
And clothing, warm clothing, and whatever else is required.
You know,
to
I
make it
didn't
there.
myself. I didn't realize how cold it gets up there. The first time I had Brandy Gregory on the show from hospice, and then the Knitters and Quilters Club, and she was telling me how, you know, sometimes, you know, these families come down and they have their babies, small children, like wrapped in newspaper and whatever they can find,
Right.
because it gets very, very cold up there. And I had the opportunity a couple of years ago to get way up there. It was about, it was obviously before the pandemic. It was about 11 o'clock at night, almost midnight. And they told me wear something warm, so I just threw a long sleeve shirt on.
Right.
I was freezing. I thought I was back in New York.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that's really good. You know, that food sustenance and all that stuff is
Yep.
being provided for.
So
So
we pretty much covered the fashion show. Anything?
I think we
could
pretty
I
add?
think we pretty much, yeah.
I'm
think we
excited
pretty much-
about seeing all the models and clothes.
Yeah,
into the,
and everybody's
we got
gonna- yeah.
high energy music. And,
Yeah,
you know,
yep,
Mike
and them
Schwartz
getting-
will keep it fun.
Well,
And they're
as
getting
he does.
Yeah,
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 exactly,
and they're getting
so-
their hair and their makeup done, and so it, you know, it's a nice treat. It's a nice treat. So
We even have kind of a runway.
yes, we do have a runway.
Boy, wow, it's getting,
Yeah.
as they say, no, I can't say that, it's a family show.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
know
no.
Watt and High Cotton
Yeah.
is what we used to say. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I was asked to just help out, and then all of a sudden I ended up being in charge with the help of Jerry and Harvey.
But you've never done that before.
Oh no, not me! You asked me
Yeah,
to
she
help
does, she
out.
does.
I'm in 150%, and because I don't waste my time. I don't waste my friends' time, my volunteers' time. I don't waste the patrons' time. I just went, you know, as a lot of you may have known from being involved in the theater. When I'm asked, I step up 150%.
Yeah, well, that's You.
That-
And to my friend Billy, who just texted me, no, I don't need to be tested for COVID. I smoke too much. That's why I cough a lot. Just want to get that cleared up out there. Linda Hart just texted me because Linda Hart listens to the show, and
Well,
I
she
love,
wants
I
us to-
love Linda.
Yeah, she does. She
So
wants
she
us to
says-
talk about the rum tasting party.
Well, she
and-
said we want men to come to the
Ah,
fashion show.
Absolutely.
So this
And
is
whistle.
from and whistle.
Yeah, we want to hear
Yeah.
those whistles.
All right. Well, cool. Well, thank you for that, Linda. We will. I'm going to put that on my calendar. So there you go.
There you go. Also, and
yeah.
after the November 7th fashion show, November 18th,
I was
Is
just
it?
got
Okay,
I went to
good.
rum tasting. A rum now. I've been to a few rum tastings. Actually, about 3 or 4 of them over the years, and most of them have gone very, very well. a few of them have not. But that had little to do with the rum and more to do with the tasters.
There you go.
go.
There you
So-
go.
I think Jim's going to give a talk about.
Yeah, Jim Lawson.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
because
going
on
to
the
give
last-
a history about.
On the last ACCB show, the end of last month, we had Chris here, and he was explaining.
right.
He explained all about the Panama Red Rum and all that, and that there's going to be an explanation.
Right.
Yeah.
Like not really an explanation, more of like a fun, like a tour guide for rum, right?
Right,
As it
right,
were.
right.
Right.
Education.
An
Yeah,
educate,
there
yes,
it is.
an
Education
education
event.
along with
And-
rum.
Yeah, I was just going to say that it's selling pretty good. We've
Yeah.
already sold 34 tickets,
Yeah, I see
and the
that.
seating is limited.
How many seats?
Well, we're not exactly sure about that.
But there are still tickets left.
There's still
Yeah,
tickets
there's
left.
still
Oh, yeah.
tickets
But
left,
I'm just
yeah.
saying that if you're really interested in this event,
Yeah.
to make sure you get your tickets. And
Well, Chris was saying that the price of the ticket includes a shot of some really rare Panama rum,
The Panamonte.
Yeah,
the
Panamonte,
Panamonte
and he
rum,
said that the cost of the shot, if you were to buy it, is like twice what the ticket is, or it's way more than what the
Yeah,
ticket is. So
yeah.
really, was it like $15, $20?
Well,
Something like that?
a bottle of the Panamonte rum is $400.
Right, no, the ticket to get into the rum tasting. Yeah, I can't remember. But if you go, everybody, to YouTube and put in BoqueteNOW Talk Radio, we have we have our own YouTube channel, and in there you can scroll through. There's a lot of videos. I've been doing this a while. You can go to the BoqueteNOW Talk Radio show from the last Friday of last month, and Chris is on that show, or it might have been two months ago.
and there, I think,
And all the information about that, the rum tasting is in there, and that came from Chris, who's obviously, because it's going to be a tap out, is hosting, this whole thing. So if you want more information about that we don't really have right now, you can go there and find everything out
there
about
are
it.
flyers around.
And there
out
are
about
flyers
too
around,
being-
yeah.
And we will
posted.
be at the Tuesday market at the Feria on Tuesday to selling more tickets for the fashion show.
Yeah, so you can pop in there
Yep.
and
And look
ask
at the
you,
clothes
buy
and
ticket.
buy a ticket and-
buy 2 tickets.
Yeah, buy 2,
Buy
buy
all
4.
the tickets.
Buy all.
Yeah, but I was intrigued by that information that I got from Chris about that Panamonte rum. That you can't just go into the store and buy it.
Yeah, no.
It's very expensive, and it's won awards and all this stuff, and you get a shot of that. He said the shot was worth like $30 or $40. Maybe he'll text me and give me an exact on that. But just for that alone, and then you get the history behind everything.
Exactly.
You know,
The education.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's really neat. It's really neat. There's a lot in this community that's got some really cool history behind it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get somebody from the Landeros family on the show. That family built the Panamonte Hotel back in the 20 or no, I think the
1920, yeah.
1918 or 20
Yeah.
or something like that. And they're from Colombia, and the history behind that. There's enough to fill a whole hour, show on that. So if
Wow.
one of you guys are listening, maybe you can do that.
Okay, I have an update.
Oh, update.
The rum tasting.
Yes.
It's $15, includes 3 rum samples,
Mhm.
Cuban flair dinner,
Mm.
and the
Wow.
history of rum by Jim Wasson.
Yeah. So there
and
you go.
reservations are required. So,
And there's already 34 tickets sold, so
Yeah.
you might want to jump on that.
and the talk I think he's giving is called Demon Spirit or Nectar to Kings.
Ooh, or both.
Right.
Yeah, yes, and oh yeah, there's the Panama Red Rum girl. I see that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that's already posted, so I'll throw that up
Yeah.
on my page and share that. Yes, Linda just texted me and said everyone will receive 3 rum samples of different grades. Cool. All right. Well, that's nice. Yeah, there's always something going. You know, ACCB.
Always something
there's
going.
so many
Just to
things
mention
going
a
on.
few things, I'm sorry.
No, go
After
ahead.
the rum tasting in early December, we have the Christmas dinner where we wrap up toys.
Yes.
And mark on the outside the age category, if it's a boy or girl. And those gifts are distributed to not just the indigenous and the Panamanians, but also to the charities, as you mentioned.
As ours too, yeah.
So that's a wonderful event because it
Oh, I
reaches
know.
so many. So many.
The
So
pictures
many.
and videos that came out. Obviously, last year because of the pandemic, there was we didn't get to do what we wanted to do. But the year before, if you scroll through or look at the photo album from the ACCB, you see pictures and videos of just. I mean, it's just joy everywhere.
Yeah, it is.
All the
It's-
kids
it's
are all
very
smiling
fun.
and everything, and it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. It
Yes.
really is.
And
And
Mona-
also,
Mona's
I
a big
appreciate, because I taught for a while, the behavior of the children here in Panama just really amazed me at how polite and how caring.
And they share everything.
They share everything. The older kids let the little kids, when we were giving out frankfurters for some event, I don't even remember, hot dogs. The older kids let all the little ones get their hot dogs first. It was so loving, a gesture that I just love seeing that.
And also, we should mention Mona and Allie.
Yeah. Go ahead. You talk about that.
Well, I just wanted to put out a shout out to Mona and Allie. They are huge supporters of the ACCB, and they have been really helping me out with the fashion show, and they are always ready and willing. And so I just want to give a big shout out to them, and also to Chris Young and all the other volunteers that are helping make this event successful.
Yeah. Now
Fantastic.
the Christmas event. I know that's it's still the end of October, and there's a lot of planning that's still coming up, and there's a lot of logistics that have to be put together. But if one wants to donate items to this, is there a specific? I know there's a specific. You have to get ages and appropriate.
They have to be wrapped.
And they have to be wrapped.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Is there a limit on, what type of a gift you can get? I mean, what,
no sex toys?
no sex toys? Well, let's just cancel the whole damn thing.
No, you pass those on to Jerry and me.
Okay. Now let me put that on the Christmas list here. Okay.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Y'all gonna buy your
always
own.
naughty.
Y'all gonna buy your own batteries, though. I'm just not. Cool. Yeah. There's some. I remember.
answered that question.
And you know what? That was the bet. You win the radio show award. For, here's some alcohol.
Oh, thank you.
After those toys, you'll need that. But, yeah, it's really. It really is. If you're not behind the scenes doing this, the amount of effort, and work, and I use the word logistics because it's that big of a deal to get everything, to kind of coordinate. And there's so many people that are just, they're not out in front. You don't know who they are.
Well,
they're,
certainly
they're,
Linda,
Well, yeah.
Linda Hall and
And
But
Joan.
there's
and
people who will
Mona
get together
and
to,
then that now advertising people are showing up, like
Kevin Fisher,
Kevin
Yeah,
Fisher
yeah.
and Chris, and
Chris,
there's
and
just been new
Mike
blood,
Hill and
kind of,
Mike
Yeah.
Weber,
from my
yeah,
point of view.
yeah.
well, you also
that's
have the
been
people that are
infused, and
wrapping the
it's
presents. You have
exciting.
people that are picking them up, delivering them.
Right.
You have drivers going up and down.
Yeah.
Right.
The road getting up there it's not what you would call a superhighway,
right,
right?
right.
It's really in.
Ain't no super highways
Ain't
here in
no
Panama.
superhighway, I know, right? But you got people who've got off-road, four-wheel drive, that throw in, their time and their effort. Everyone who's involved in this, even the people who you'll probably never hear their name, are such an important part of pulling this off.
Right.
Exactly.
That
exactly.
it's really, it's good to see. When you stand back and you see all the pieces come together. Like, Hannibal on the A-Team says,
Yeah.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's just really cool to see this happen every year. I know these kids look forward to this. It's probably amongst the best memories they're going to have. And when you add into that everything else that's being done, the food, the clothing, the efforts to make sure that they continue their education, all
And
the different
Mona
groups
dresses
here.
up as a clown
Oh, I
with the
know.
balloons.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't really need the outfit, right? 'Cause she's just
I hope
hilarious.
she's not listening.
No, that's a compliment.
Oh, it
I
is?
love having her on the show.
Oh,
She's
okay.
a riot. Plus, she brings a lot of food.
Yeah.
Every time Mona comes by,
She's such
I'm
a
getting
generous
coffee, I'm getting
person.
pie, I'm
Yeah.
getting chutney, I'm getting whatever.
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
She's
There you go.
wonderful.
Well,
But,
and I think that Jerry and I would also really like to thank you, Al, for having us here.
Well, I've known about obviously the ACCB for a long time. One of my first guests that I ever had on the show, I think I was on the show maybe 2-3 months, was Joe. He came on the show, and it took Linda a while to get here, but she would sit out in the parking lot in the car listening to the radio show. We'd wave, and that's when we were in the RV, and just listening to the history of the ACCB, how it got started, and I like to try to cover that, every time you guys are on, but we got a lot to talk about today. I had said to this is something that I want to be involved with.
Yeah.
And then that's
I felt
why I
the
did
same
only.
way.
I have my Radio Cherokee uniform that I wear.
need a
That
shirt.
every show, if you look on all the videos and the pictures, I have the Radio Cherokee Boquete
Right.
shirt on. Except ACCB Fridays, when I
ACCB
proudly
shirt.
wear my ACCB shirt
Yeah.
with my name
Yeah.
on the shoulder
Yeah.
here, and it's really funny because if you spell my name, my short name Al, right? No one really calls me Alfredo. And you use the lowercase L.
Uh-huh.
Everyone teases me and asks me if I'm a robot because it says
AI, like
right?
artificial intelligence.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, right.
Well, and also Tom put out the promotion for the fashion show on his Panama Perspective.
Yes, and you can get that by email, by the way.
Yes.
And I get that every month.
And it's every Saturday. Every Saturday, and it's free. And no
Yeah.
subscription required.
And there's a
just-
lot of good information in there.
Yeah,
too,
yeah. He does news. He does real estate. He does, feel good stories.
Yeah.
And every now and then he throws in, oh, my wife Susie's doing this. I just make sure that he lets me see a picture of myself before he puts it on the internet, because it does go out to 15,000 people.
Well, yeah.
So
you got.
I need to proofread my photos first.
I understand that. Well, that's great. I get that, and I don't always get a chance to read it, but at least once or twice a month. If I'm not out on the road, I'm home and it comes in. Otherwise, sometimes I get 400 or 500 emails a day,
Yeah.
and sometimes it just gets lost in there. So
Yeah.
but it's a very well put together. Let's just call it a digital magazine.
Yep.
There
Yep.
you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Before I forget, Linda
Yes.
wanted me to mention that for Christmas and for New Year's Eve, we have a hot dog barbecue that on those holidays, so that just to say thank you
To the
to
first
the
responders.
workers, to the
and
first responders
yeah.
that are protecting us.
Yeah.
So that's an event that is always put smiles on faces
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
And
I understand that y'all load up a barbecue.
Yeah, I think Joe will be doing
Joe and
that.
drive it over there. And,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, there's
And
so
then,
much you guys do.
Also, we're developing something that's pretty exciting, which is a kind of youth mentor group,
Oh.
so that we can have maybe teenagers come together with the younger children and, whatever to just show them what charity work is all about and how to share,
Wow.
in the way that we create events. And so that's in the works.
That kind of reminds me
nothing-
of the Big Brother.
Yeah,
Big
exactly.
Brothers in-
Yeah,
in this-
it's
in
kind
this
of the
thing.
same thing. And then, of course, we can't leave out Mona and the duck race. She is
Oh my
Mama
gosh.
Duck.
I know.
Mama
Mama
Duck.
Duck.
She quacks
Okay,
me
that's
up.
gonna stick now. That's gonna stick. Mona, you are now Mama
Oh,
Duck.
it has already.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that's what we call her, Mama Duck. Yeah. So we'll have another duck race because that was just so much fun.
Yeah.
and we all enjoy working on that. And then, of course, one more thing that I don't want to forget to mention is about bingo and trivia.
Yes.
That we've moved to Casa Vieja, who is welcoming up with open arms. And if you haven't been there lately, it's just beautiful. They keep making
Oh my gosh,
more
yeah,
and
they
more
built that
changes.
whole thing over there. You know,
Yeah.
that's where we meet with the Rotary and with ACCB.
Oh, so then you know, and all of the beautiful
and all of that. Yeah, that's
decorating,
that. And the drum
fabric.
circle is there. So
Drum
yeah,
circle's there every Wednesday.
and it's
yeah.
convenient for me because it's like 3 blocks from my house.
Oh, perfect. So you can just walk over.
Yeah.
So lots of
You
things
don't need to
going
drink and
on.
drive.
That's
You
a
can
whole
drink
other
and
show
walk.
right
You can
there,
drink
man.
and
Right
walk-
there.
walk and
You can
drink.
drink and walk. We see a lot of that here. You know, but, yeah, you know, it's interesting how you know the that has morphed. You know, the bingo and the trivia.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it was no longer being done down at the skate place, and I know there's a
Remember
lot of
what it was
people
called?
that have been.
And
You
La
know,
Posada.
where can we do this again? When is this coming back? And of course, you know, the lockdowns and the
Yeah,
quarantines
it's
and the
made it
curfews
difficult.
kind of messed not well, you did mess everything up, you
Yeah.
know. But it's good to see that has come back. And the last person I really spoke to about it in depth was Mark. You know, because he had all the information. I think the last show he did a couple of weeks before he passed away, we did a show together.
Yeah.
And you can find that on the YouTube channel too.
Well, Bill Hurley is running the bingo,
Yeah.
and he's just doing a great
He's
job.
fabulous,
Really
yes.
wonderful. He's such competent.
Yeah,
fun,
he's fun. He's
lovely
also fun to
person.
have on the show.
Yeah.
Bill, if you're listening, you know, you're overdue. It's been like a year since you've been on the show. So, you know, you need to get your butt over here and be
And then-
entertaining.
Brandy, I'm not sure of her last name. But
Gregory?
Brandy Gregory.
No,
Not Brandy Gregory.
No, another
Oh,
Brandy.
Brandy. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Brandy Christopher Brandy.
Hang on, I'll tell you in a second.
Well,
because
if you're
she was
listening,
on
sorry, I don't know your last name, but
I'll tell you.
I wanted to give you a shout out.
Mhm.
She does a great job in trivia. She's even got like a following.
Yeah.
a trivia.
A trivia
Excuse me,
following.
a trivia
yeah.
following. Let me see if I can find her here.
She's the younger one.
Let's see. That's wow. You know, I got like 37 Brandies in here, so sorry about that, Brandy. But we know who you are.
We do know
And
who
she
you
was
are.
on the show once too. You know.
Oh, good.
With us.
Well,
I
she
think.
just does a great job with trivia.
Yeah.
And plus, for me, I'm glad it's getting bigger because I've been known around town as, oh, you're the one that gives out the prize money.
Oh, so you. Oh well.
So
you
how
know,
could that be bad?
if you're going to be known around town for something,
Exactly.
that's
good
not a
one.
bad thing to be known around town. You're the one who gives stuff away.
Exactly.
Yeah, wow.
And money. Yeah.
And money.
Yeah, and money.
Wow. Bingo's, you know, I remember growing up, bingo was very popular
Yeah.
on Long Island
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
You know, there were every Catholic church
Mm-hmm.
on Long Island had bingo night.
Yep.
And you drive past it,
Mm-hmm.
usually it was a Monday night or a weekday night, and there's like 50 cars in the parking lot. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
What are they doing?
what are they
there?
doing, you know? And boy,
We
the
lived in
operation they
Florida
have,
in a
well,
55 and over
yeah.
community. They had the same thing. What struck me was how the people would have all kinds of little good luck things.
Oh yeah,
that
little
they
tokens, little talismans
Yeah, people
and
would
things.
bring,
Yeah,
you know, bags full of stuff.
and they'd set them
then-
up on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a little
And then there
altar.
were certain numbers that when they said
Oh,
a
yeah.
certain number, everybody had remarks and screaming and bells ringing.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was like Frank. Frank did that.
Yes, he did.
Frank Lugo.
I forgot
Yeah.
about him. Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
he would do that. Well, my just a quick short story. My
Sure.
bingo story is I was living in LA after I had moved from New York City. I was living in LA, and I went to a bingo hall in Los Angeles, and I'm waiting in line to buy my cards, and I bought 3 scratch offs.
Yeah.
Well, I won $250
Wow.
before I even bought my card to go into bingo.
Wow.
I should have turned around and walked out the door,
I know,
but
right?
no,
Put while
I
you're
did
ahead,
not.
right?
I did
Wow.
not. I kept going, and that was in Palm Desert. That was in Palm Desert,
Wow.
in LA. Yeah.
Yeah, I lived in LA for a little while. Well, in the Marina Del Rey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
so-
went to Cal State. I went to Cal State Northridge. Yeah.
Nice. Look at that. You know, and it's funny. You know, if y'all
Yeah.
are wondering why, you know, some of these little comments come up, because the 3 of us have lived in almost the exact same spots, different times.
Yeah.
Right.
We were talking before the show. Do you remember this? Do you remember that? Yeah, I remember that. Oh, it's not there anymore. Now it's this. But yeah,
New York
it's,
City,
yeah, New York
yeah.
City.
Yep.
Old stomping ground over there.
Yeah.
It's okay, just making sure that Linda's not. I hate when I miss a text by her. You know, we're talking, then I look. Oh, she texted 5 minutes ago. I missed it. So, just so you know, Linda, you're here digitally on the show. So you know, we're good. Yeah, bingo's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, it is.
and it can get
Yeah.
it can get really competitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's interesting to me, because as I said, I do give out the prize money, that there is no, and Susie can vouch for this, there is normally multiple winners at a particular table.
Yep.
And it's so random, you know,
Yeah.
how everything is random.
And I bring my granddaughters. You know,
Yeah.
I've
Well,
got
you know,
my-
you got to train that next generation.
Yeah,
right?
no,
You
they
know,
they already know. Bingo, bingo. They run around.
Well, what are some of the prizes? I mean, I know you give there's money.
Yes.
Yeah,
But,
a minimum
are there-
it's a minimum of $30.
Is it just money, or
Yeah.
are there? Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Because
just
I know
money.
I've been to a few of these things where there's also prizes. You know, local community businesses will donate stuff. But yeah, okay.
Not so
No,
much.
we just
not,
do
not
money.
bingo.
Just money.
Just,
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. You
just
know.
cash.
Cash is king.
Yeah,
Cash.
cash is king.
Cash is
Yeah.
king.
Or queen.
Or queen.
Well, a queen. Yeah.
Or
So,
princess.
or prince. Yeah. Well, or Duke, Earl, the Duke of Earl. Yeah.
Now
Iron
you're
Duke.
dating
Yeah, we
yourself,
can go
yeah.
this with endless. Right?
Yeah.
So I know that bingo and trivia are alternating on Tuesdays, right?
Yes, we just had
5
a
o'clock.
bingo
5
night,
o'clock.
so
Yeah. And in
Yeah,
case you weren't aware,
No.
it was pushed back, pushed up the time. It
Yeah.
used to be at 6, right?
right. Well, now
And,
the
4
we
o'clock.
open at 4
Now
o'clock.
you open at 4.
Right,
And
and
the-
the
and-
games start at 5.
5.
Yeah. Because you know, there's a lot of us who don't really see well at night.
Yeah, well, that was the feedback
And,
we got
yeah,
while we turned,
yeah,
when we
it's
moved it down.
and some of us are, you know, 8 o'clock. Day's over.
Yeah, no, that.
Sun is down.
It ain't just you, it's me too. 9
Yeah.
o'clock, I mean, my husband's in bed at 7. 9 o'clock, I'm in
Yeah,
bed.
yeah. It's our dogs. You know, they have a bedtime too, and they
Uh-huh.
know their bedtime. So when it gets to be like around 9,
Mm-hmm.
8:30, 9 o'clock, they'll jump on the bed and they'll just plop down.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, I'm done for the day. So whenever you're ready to tuck us in, you know, give us.
We're ready.
We're ready. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, that's really good though. 4 o'clock, you know, it's a good time.
Yep, yep.
You know, those of us of a certain age are used to early bird specials. Right? Yeah.
It don't matter the age.
I
my
know,
dear.
you know, dinner at 4, lunch at 10, breakfast the night before.
Exactly. Rise at sun, go to bed at sunset. And now I have a new puppy.
Oh.
I am a new foster, and I think she's going to be a fit.
Oh, well, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
we got her from dog camp. We got her
Yeah.
from somebody. Yeah, she's precious.
She's the one that did the tricks when I was there?
Yep, Vita.
Yeah,
Vita.
Oh,
Yeah.
She does tricks already.
She already does tricks, and she gets along with our
Wow.
older dog. So
Yeah.
it's all
That's,
good.
you know, we've had our dog, one of our dogs does tricks, basically makes things disappear, like socks, you know.
Slippers.
Slippers, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, how come I have one
Funny.
sock? I found a sock on my drum set. How in the world did you, what?
They
Okay, whatever.
they
yeah.
usually disappear in the friggin'
Yeah.
dryer.
But
not-
yeah, I got to give a shout out to dog camp.
Yes.
You know, Day and I, we have 2 permanent dogs. One of them we brought here, and the other one was a rescue that belonged to an indigenous family. Spent the first 2 years of her life on a 3-foot metal chain on a concrete pad.
Thing.
Was brought to Animales for sterilization, and then just left there. And you know, it's Camila. She's like 12 pounds.
Aw.
She's a mountain feist. She's so sweet.
Yeah.
But we've had 3 or 4 fosters, you know, over the last couple of years. The latest one was
Must be hard to give up a dog when you have
well, you know,
a foster.
there's a lot of strays out there, and you know, dog
Yeah.
camp, they got so many animals
Yeah.
there, you know, and you want to rescue all of them,
Sure.
right?
Of course.
You know, you just can't. So to be able to, you know, we've had fosters sometimes for a month, sometimes this last one we only had for 3-4 days.
Oh,
Wow.
She was he was a sweet little, I don't know, maybe 25 pounds, big fluffy ears, and was adopted by a family in Bocas del Toro.
Nice.
Okay.
So we drove him down to David, to the pet transport people, and said bye-bye.
Nice.
But,
Yeah.
But we kept the other rescue, the one that's permanent now.
Ah.
She didn't know how to be a pet. We had to coax her even in the house, and then up on the couch, and then into the bed. You know, because
Right.
our dogs, you know, they're part of the family.
Yeah,
So
they're
we don't
children,
do we
yeah.
don't do the you're not allowed on the bed. You're
Yeah,
not allowed.
no,
Like, you live
us
here,
either,
you get
yeah.
to,
Yeah.
I wish they'd pay rent, but that's a whole other show. But yeah, a shout out definitely to Dog Camp for everything.
All the work that they
all the
do,
work
yeah,
that they do.
yeah. No, I saw this dog at the Tuesday market, and her foster was like, she can sit, she can lay down, she'll give her your paw, she gives you a high five, and I was like, she's 3 years old, my dog is 9, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? I've already tried a couple fosters with Dog Camp, but they just didn't mesh.
Yeah.
But this dog.
Well, sometimes they don't. I
she's-
mean,
yeah,
especially
she's
if you
perfect.
have
People are like
other.
that too.
Yeah, people are like that too.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
It's
that's
hard
a
to
whole
find.
other show.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to find a perfect match.
Yeah.
But great minds think
They
alike.
do, yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so now trivia.
Yeah.
Let's talk a few minutes about trivia. We still got about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So the trivia is also at Casa Viejo,
Yes.
See, yeah.
and it's alternating Tuesdays.
That's correct.
And how much does it cost to participate?
The trivia, bingo is a $15
$15,
buy-in.
and you get 3 cards.
You get six
cards.
games.
6 games.
6 games.
Right, 3 cards.
3 cards.
Yeah.
I always buy.
More than 3.
That's the
A lot of
gambler in
people
me.
do. It's nice.
Okay,
And
so trivia is how
trivia.
much?
And trivia,
I've never gone, so that's up to you.
Well, I'm sure Linda's listening, and she'll text one of us,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
all of us. Yeah.
sorry about
Trivia is
that.
a lot of fun, though. You know, for me, I have a brain full of completely useless information. You know, just trivia.
Can you access it is
Yes.
the key.
Yes.
See, that's my problem. I have it in there too, but I can't access
Well,
it that easily.
Because it's been there for a while, you know, and like many of us, I have no problem remembering things from 40, 50 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, but
I don't know why I'm in the kitchen.
right, ask me
Right.
about yesterday. I don't remember. Yeah.
I can't find my glasses, you know, but I enjoy trivia because I just, all this stupid, useless information, you know, from playing Trivial Pursuit when it came out 30 years ago.
Yep.
So I enjoy good
Nice.
trivia games. So if I remember correctly, and Linda, if you're listening, oh look, I got a text from Linda.
It's so funny.
Okay, she hasn't answered that yet. Oh yeah, by the way, ACCB has fundraisers for Dog Camp, which, you know,
Just support
and dog food is taken up into the Comarca. So she wanted me to throw that out
So
there.
our 4-legged friends are taking care.
But trivia, I think it was $1 a person for the table and $3. Linda, help me
You
out
know
on
what?
this.
Yeah,
Rescue me, Linda.
It is something like that because that.
You pay for the
depending on-
game, and then the table has a fee, and that you pay.
You chip. I think you chip in. Everybody chips in.
Everybody
for
chips
the-
in, yeah. But it's
And then
it's a
there's
lot
a
of
point
fun.
system. So, what I like about it at the end, it's like Jeopardy, where you can bet how many points you have.
You
You
can
can
have-
bet for the final
For the final round.
round,
Yeah.
and that's when some people, even though they might be ahead the whole game,
Yeah.
if they don't bet right,
Game over. Yeah. It's a lot of fun though, and again, it's alternating. You have one Tuesday.
and you can
is
come
the
with a
bingo.
team, which is also
Yeah.
nice that you
And
can.
yeah,
be
the last time we had played, we got together, our friends,
Yeah.
you know, Mike and all those guys, and it was still over at the skate
Skate World.
Skate World.
Skate World, yeah. No, we
That was fun. I used to go there too.
yeah, that was a lot of
big
fun.
Event.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was.
It was huge,
Really big.
and Mark Rosen was telling me the last time he was on the show that it was good to see the participation numbers growing.
Yes.
You know, people were obviously having been locked down for 10 months.
Yeah.
Everybody was itching to get out
Sure.
and they
Yeah.
do something, and it really is a testament to how ACCB organizes this. because there weren't at that time, there weren't very many events that Mensa was allowing, to go on.
Yep.
And that was one of the first things that actually started coming back.
Yeah.
Because all the rules were followed, everyone had their masks and the alcohol and the temperature and all that.
Right,
So,
and the table spread apart. Yep.
yeah. Aha.
Pretty cool.
Aha.
She did.
Linda. Okay, let's see. Trivia is $5 per person to enter, and then $1, and then for the prizes. So yeah. All right. Thank you, Linda. See, Linda's like my. When you're doing broadcast TV, you have this little speaker in your ear, and you got a producer who's just feeding you information, which, and I've done plenty of TV with that. It just always kind of threw me off. I always thought I sounded like an idiot because I got someone in my ear, and I'm trying to read a teleprompter.
Yeah.
But so Linda is the remote producer. So thank you for that, Linda. We got about 10 minutes, and I see the last thing on the list here says duck races. We've covered it a little bit.
Yeah.
Is there anything? Do we have any information yet on when the next one's going to be?
No,
or
we don't
anything
have.
like that?
We don't really have any date. We're just working on it.
Yeah.
So I don't have much to say about it other than if you were at the last one, it was so much fun. We had duck hats.
Weather cooperated this time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
first one.
I showed up to buy a duck, and they were already sold out. I'm like, okay,
You got to be quick.
I want to buy some ducks. He's like, no, all the ducks are sold. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just sit there and watch the ducks float down the river.
It was so much fun. We took the ducks, from tap out.
Yeah.
We had to walk it up to the bridge, and we were all quacking at the time with these crazy duck hats. It was just fun. It's really, really a fun event.
That's cool.
Everybody enjoyed it. It's great for the kids.
Well, maybe by the last Friday of November, whoever's
We'll
coming
have
on the
some
show
more
will have
information.
some more information on that.
Yeah.
And I know that at that time we will have information about how the November events went. Obviously, the fashion show, November 7th at Mesa Azul.
Yes.
And that's the fashion show and luncheon. So you tell you what, let's do a quick recap. Look, I'm getting my producer.
She's
My
calling.
producer is
and
she stays in touch with Harry Halbert, who started trivia about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And she says that he now lives in the U.S. and
Yes.
is very, very happy that we are doing this in his honor.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. See, that's trivia about trivia.
Exactly.
and the fashion show is in Mike's honor.
And
In Mark's
in
honor.
Mark's honor, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
So that's November 7th at Mesa Azul, and is there...
I'm going to be also working with Chris on tentatively, I'm just going to give you guys a little teaser
Ooh.
that we're going to try to be doing a dinner theater event.
Oh, dinner
And
theater.
like a mystery
Ah.
1920s,
Yeah.
1930s flapper gangster.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's a
so
lot
we're
of fun.
as soon as I'm done with the fashion show, Chris and I are going to be starting to work on that, and
Work on
hopefully
that.
Jerry will help me.
Sure.
As
think?
she is my,
You think?
she's a
We're
great
buds.
collaborator.
Yeah, we're buds.
But we're going to do like a flapper, 20s, 30s, 40s,
Wow.
gangster kind of, dinner theater kind of thing.
Oh,
So
those are a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You know,
so-
they used to have those.
Yes, I know.
I think it was 4 offs, off Broadway.
Yep.
There was you went about 10 blocks away from the Great White Way, and there were these little clubs,
Yep.
and you can go in there, and it was like $2 or $3.
Exactly,
and you participate.
exactly. Well,
Those were so much.
Yeah,
much fun.
yeah. I got an email from Playbill.com and
Yeah.
BroadwayBox.com,
Yeah.
because I used to be a professional back then, and I'm still a union member, and
SAG-AFTRA.
yeah.
Yeah.
Screen actors.
Harvey
Yeah.
too. He gets a pension from them actually.
I still get paid from a friggin' Pepsi commercial I did with Don Johnson in
Not funny.
1978. But anyways, so I get notices from Playbill and Broadway Box, and so this came across my email, and I was like, okay, well, Chris and I have been talking about trying to do something fun, and since we don't really have a theater anymore, and so I proposed that after this is done,
Yeah.
proposed that idea, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to have a lot of people dress up in flapper
Yeah,
costumes.
you could do that in the tap room.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's what
That's
we're
what's
talking
gonna be in
about.
the
Yeah,
tap room. Wow.
Yeah.
I got to get involved in it. You need to keep me up to date on that. 'Cause
I will
love this.
definitely.
I have John Hoover
Uh-huh.
lent me a fedora
Oh.
for my son's wedding
Ah,
in Cancun last weekend. Last weekend? I think it was last week. It could have been 2 weekends ago.
I was going to say two
Two weekends ago. And I have not yet returned it to him.
Well,
Because I've
hold on
absolutely
to it.
fallen in love with
Yeah.
this hat. It's a Stetson. It's a beautiful hat.
Oh.
So now I have an excuse to say, hey, let me hang on to this.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know, this hat. You
Absolutely.
know. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that sounds great. I can't
Yeah.
wait to hear more about that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And Sandy Stevens
Oh yeah.
will most likely be on board with me, and Naren Kooten, and so I got
Just
all,
everybody.
all the old theater people that used to
Wow.
be involved with the BCP when we had the
Yeah.
theater. I'm gonna corral them all together to make this
Well,
work.
those were good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good times. And you
Yeah.
know, maybe somewhere down the road when there's another theater here. I know that the Library Foundation is working on stuff that
Yeah.
for whatever. But
At the new park, yeah.
At the new park, but I would like to see theater come back too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
that's what made me
Yeah.
want to stay here.
Yeah, well, yeah, wow, that's
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah.
All right, so let's recap.
Okay.
November 7th, fashion show,
Bingo.
details.
11 o'clock doors open. 11:30 is the show. Get your tickets at the Tuesday Market or at mailboxes, etc. $22 for the ticket, including your lunch, chicken, pork, or vegetarian meal. Hair and makeup being done by the models, 13 to 15 models, photography, professional music, pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, as
And
they
hot,
say,
sexy clothes.
This is the deal, the real deal. Right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Rum tasting, November 18th at Tap Out,
5 to 8,
5 to 8.
$15 a ticket. That includes
That includes a $40 shot of rum right there. That's what that includes. Yeah.
three shots of rum and
Yeah.
Cuban lunch for this thing,
Yeah.
I think. And Cuban lunch.
Cuban sandwiches.
Yeah.
You know,
I
there
miss that
was a little
Calle
place.
Ocho in Miami.
There was a little place on Canal Street in Chinatown, in New York City, and you walk down the road, and it's like that road is a side street, so it's the back of the buildings that are on the main road, so there's no signs or anything, right?
Right.
And there's this little narrow door, probably maybe like about that, no sign or nothing, and it was a Cuban restaurant. And you walked in, and it was probably as wide as this studio. So you had two tops tables along one side, and then walking space, and then in the back was the kitchen. And I don't know, I never knew what the name of this place was, but for $3, I had the best Cuban sandwich I had ever had in my life.
Yeah, I always had great Cuban sandwiches in Miami.
Man, well,
And in
Yeah.
little Havana there.
Yeah.
Yeah, always did that great.
all right, December 5th. Now,
Well,
we're-
I want to know what
okay.
makes a Cuban sandwich
Well,
a Cuban
it's
sandwich.
well,
'Cause it's sandwich meat, right?
It's the meat that's in it. It's pressed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
so
pressed.
and
yeah.
with pickles and cheese
Yes,
and
there
pork.
are
and,
ingredients in it that are that's what makes it the
Special
sandwich.
sauce.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's got a little kick to it,
Yep.
but it's put in a press and
Yeah.
it's pressed and it's
yeah,
like
like a panini,
Like a
panini press.
Oh, it's-
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
and
not,
it's
I'm
hot,
not so
though.
familiar.
It
Yeah.
comes out hot.
Spice-
and
Yes,
Oh.
and the cheese
Hot temperature,
is
not
hot
melted.
temperature.
spicy.
Yeah, hot
and
temperature.
there's pickles on there.
Oh yes.
You can't have a
forget the
Cuban
pickles,
sandwich without pickles.
Yeah. December 5th, which is still in the works, and we're going to cover this at the November
Right, that'll be the
ACCB
Christmas
show, but
dinner.
that's,
We'll bring gifts.
gifts wrapped and
Right.
marked with age and sex appropriate gifts, and toys are going to be going to the Panamanian children, the indigenous, other charities like Bricks and ours. And thank you very much for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Bolivar, how much time we got? I got to get his attention. Bolivar, how much time we got?
Sorry, we have 2 minutes.
We have 2 minutes.
2
All
minutes,
right.
all right.
Bingo,
Bingo
and
trivia,
trivia.
Casa Vieja.
alternating.
4
Yep.
o'clock doors open. Games start at 5, alternating Tuesdays. Look for it on the calendar.
On the usual
Yeah,
places, yeah.
Right.
And all the profits
And-
from the fashion show are going to raising money for the kids in the Comarca.
Right.
Yes.
And
That's
for
through
food,
food and clothing
Food
through
and clothing.
ACCB.
And of course, that we're going to be looking forward to details on the next duck race.
Yeah.
And the dinner show.
And the dinner theater, man, you have no idea how
Yeah,
excited
that's
I am about that. It's man. Oh gosh, those are so much fun.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just
I know.
you know, audience participation
Exactly.
is, you know, it
exactly.
doesn't. That's the only really real venue that works in.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, if you're a comedian, you want the audience to shut the hell up.
Last night,
Yeah.
they
So
had-
unless they're laughing, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I went to the improv comedy
Yeah.
night at the
Yeah.
theater.
Oh, I missed that. I was
It was fun.
south of here. Wow. Well, I'm glad that went off.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So, I think we're pretty much getting to where we are gonna have to say our thank yous and goodbyes.
Well,
but,
thanks for having us.
You know, it
Yes.
really is always good. I'm so glad that Linda and Chris and Mark too were instrumental in putting this special once a month ACCB show on. It just gives me the opportunity and us the opportunity to put everything out there and see what's going on. So,
Yeah, we have a lot of events at ACCB.
thank you, Jerry and
Yeah.
Susie. It's always good seeing you guys.
Thank
And,
you.
I want to say thank you to everyone who's been listening for your time and attention today. You have been listening to BoqueteNOW Talk Radio on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. I am your host, Al Stefanelli. I will see you next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.